Hello, Leo. Welcome to Uled Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. All right, so we have that. I have to just inhale it. We have the Knight of Cups. Definitely one of my favorite archetypes. This one to me symbolizes the beloved. If that is a person that walks the earth alongside you, or if that is some interior connection, your love with the divine. And really, also, and this is where I really get excited about this archetype, it is all about your potent relationship with your hobbies, your interests, the things that just really grab you, your activities, your special little games that you like to play. Whatever it is, right? When this card comes around, I'm always like, oh, okay, well, this is, the beloved. And that's awesome. And there's going to be some great spiritual work going on here in this next period of time. But also, I know that I'm going to be falling in love with something new. Some new passion, right? And for me right now, it's been gardening. Gardening, being outside. Plain and simple. So let's go ahead. We're going to turn this thing. We're going to see what these tea leaves want to tell us. Oh my goodness. We have so many rabbits outside, you guys. And also I want to say thank you for deciding to click on this reading. It is wonderful to see you, to experience you, to feel you. And I feel very honored to do this reading for you. All right, so we have the number 1, 5, 15. And then down here we have the number 3. The number 3. And it's like one of those cool, old schooly, fancy ones with the flat top. I love that. That's how I do my 3s. So let's see. We have 15. We have 3. Ooh, we also have the number 12, it looks like, right here. 1 and then a 1 and then a 2. Sometimes I'm like pointing, I'm looking in the view thing on the camera, and I get confused about which way to go. Okay, so let's see. Up here, it looks like we have an egg, a fried egg, right here. And we'll get around to what that might mean. I don't mean to just say, oh, there's a fried egg and leave you hanging. But I'm just looking at the other formations here. It helps me gain some context. So it looks like we have like a young, maybe like a donkey right here. And I hope you cannot hear my stomach. It's growling. Stop it, stomach. I'm ending my fasting window pretty soon here. My stomach is excited about that. Okay. So I feel like there's been a really distinct realization, or you are coming into clarity about a situation where I feel that you kind of chose against yourself. okay? And maybe you prioritize somebody else, or you maybe felt a resistance to doing something, or you just knew, I don't really want to do this. I don't feel that comfortable doing this. I don't, I don't like where this is going, or whatever it is. And then you kind of just like talk yourself into it. And I feel like this is a lot. I have to say, I feel like it is about probably, and I want to say this like delicately, but I feel like it's almost kind of like meeting somebody that you know that you are not like emotionally and psychically aligned with, but maybe because it felt good to have somebody around, or maybe there was like a kind of intense like physical attraction, or they felt like, familiar, or whatever it is. Sometimes, right, we just kind of hang out with somebody or get in a relationship with somebody or marry somebody because, it's good enough, right? And just let me say, just a little disclaimer here. This is not the situation with my husband and I. I'm just going to say that. But I understand. I did used to, I was young once, so I get it. Sometimes we just end up in these situations. Sometimes it's just the easiest route to go, right? And I feel like, and this is where that egg comes in, which is kind of a weird symbol to see, right? Or to hear that is in your reading. But the egg is about origin, right? The egg is an intact shelled egg, is all about potential. Right? It is an image that is in many creation stories, right? This idea of like the egg on the mound, or the egg cracking open, and that is, what is that? What rises from that? Often we see imagery of the sun, which is, that kind of solar life-bringing energy, and so on and so forth, right? There's a lot of meaning to the egg in so many traditions. Now, when we see the egg cracked and then fried, what does that mean? To me, I feel like it's this really deep, almost ache. I would say this is like an emotional ache for you. That you chose this situation with somebody and it has distracted you from the work that you know that you want and need. Not even that you want, you need to do. And what is that work? I don't know. I can't tell you that, but it's not like just some Malkuthian thing, some physical world thing. I mean, that is part of it. That's where a lot of it is the theater where it will be acted out. But the work is your true will. The work is the reason your consciousness is matched with a physical form or the perception thereof. Why are you here? What are you supposed to be doing? And that, my beloved Leo, is what is swimming in your head constantly. I feel you awakening to the fact, or maybe you already have, and this is, old news, but still maybe lingering, right? There's still the effects of. But the awakening to the fact that, yeah, okay, you chose this thing, you chose this person, you spent some time with them. And you felt distracted and you got off course, and okay, that happens. It happens to the best of them. But now we have to decide, where do we go? What do we do? And so here we are. We're cracking it open, right? And that's what it is. I feel like to you, you have this image of like, I have squandered. I've squandered my time, my abilities, my talents. Get that out of your head. Don't worry about that. Let that go. Start deciding, what are you going to do to get back on the path? So, the donkey though, too. The donkey I love. I love seeing that donkey because it's all about resolve and ability and strength. But also, listen, I feel like as you get away from that situation, that person or whoever it is that's like camped out in your life, there is a return to humor, to enjoyment, to just like messing around. You know? I feel like you are, if you could imagine like, when you go swimming and it's really cold and you know, it just feels like all of the like life kind of drains out of you. You often, you know, you kind of look cold, right? And you get out and you go stand in the sun and then, you know, you start to look more yourself again. And the blood is flowing and, you know, and that's what it looks like, right? But it's your personalities returning. It's those parts of self that you had to make small returning. And I think that, yeah, this is a great renewal. And it's something that I feel that you've been praying for, seeking for, and not really knowing how to get there. But here it is beginning, it has begun. You are within. And so we have the letter S. We have the letter S and well, we have an S and we have an M, okay? We also have, it looks like this is a person. There's a head and here's the arm and the body, kind of in a seated position you can see here. Now we have another person over here in a seated position. So it also looks to me like back over here we have an angel. You can see here's the head, here's kind of the angel wing, and kind of it looks like maybe conversing with the serpent, which is right here, the serpent. And we are in the year of the serpent, by the way. Now, up here, it looks like we have, it looks like an eagle to me. The head right here, the body in here, okay? So I feel that in this next period of time, it really is this turn towards Sophia. Yes, the goddess, the divine feminine consciousness. And what does that mean? I feel that it is the pursuit of deeper intuition, of taking the vast amount of information you have collected throughout your life, your education, your different skill sets, and so on, right? And learning how to use your intuition within these sectors of being. I feel that there's this deepening sense of psychic ability. And I think that's always there. I think you're somebody that reads people really well. You connect with people deeply. But I think that you're also very discerning and pretty exclusive about who you let close to you. I mean, I don't even know that you let anyone into you. And I mean that in a spiritual sense, right? I don't know that you let people in or near that very interior place. Which, listen, a lot of us don't, okay? A lot of us, we journey to find that connection, and we look for that in other people, and we find, well, at least I imagine, we find that the only way to do that is with self, right? Is to connect in and through self. And so individuation begins, right? But I feel that this is the place where you are communing. You're sitting down. You're talking. You're listening. She, the mother, she's sitting there, knee to knee, heart to heart, face to face, looking at you in the eye. She might be holding your hand, or maybe her hands are carefully placed in her lap, soft but rugged. And you look into her and you see yourself. And you begin to realize, hopefully, it starts to really take hold. It's not just some abstract thing some lady on the internet is saying to you, but you start to look and you see yourself and you start to hear yourself and the things that she is telling you and the things that she is revealing to you. And you start to realize, I have it all. I have it all within me. It's not about going out and looking for it or finding the knowledge somewhere. It's already inside of me. And so now, as I move into this next period of my life, I learn to call for it. I bring it up. If you could imagine yourself as a vast library, this is where we are. We're building that language within ourselves, that thing that we need to be able to find what we're looking for, the answers. They're all there. You have access to it all. I, for one, am excited about this. Now, we have the angel and the serpent, and this is what we were just covering. Now, we have the goddesses convening, or god and goddess, I guess I should say. I always assume I'm reading for women, and that's not always the case. Now, the eagle. Yes, the eagle. So, we have the eagle in this weird kind of posture, right? Kind of the wing forward, in a forward position. Now, I also see we have a heart right in front. Ooh, and what does that mean? What does that mean? I feel that you are also on a journey of romance, of a belovedness. We talked about how wonderful this card is over here, how wonderful this energy is over here. And I think as you move away from wherever you have been, whoever you have been in connection with, and you start to open up, you start to clear away some of the things, I feel you loving so deeply in so many things in your life. You're able to have like this gratitude that it feels like it was gone, right? Disappeared. There are moments where that went on and on, really. I mean, days, weeks, months probably, where you couldn't find maybe even a single thing in a day that didn't drive you nuts or make you frustrated or you felt sad about, just this constant flooding of cortisol, right? And now here you are, clearing away, making room feeling the tingling of inspiration coming. Yes. And then we have the hummingbird. Yes. So the hummingbird is really important. I love the hummingbird. My sister's totem is a hummingbird. And this is all about that energetic force, right? The ability to be pulled in so many ways, have so many interests and desires and belovedness and awe. And it's just, you're going from one thing to the next and you are just immersed in it. If you could swim in dew, right? That's what it would feel like. And I just feel like life feels full and busy, but busy with things that you want to be doing. Your perception is shifting and you're feeling good. And that's yes, I'm a little jealous. I have to be honest. All right, we have another heart. And yes, we have the letter J and the letter A, J and A. Oh, here we go. We have the deer head. You can see here is the eye. The nose would be right here. And this is the neck. And this is the ear. And it's side profile, just kind of the head. So beautiful. This feels like divine love. This feels like a moment. Like when you're going out for a hike because you're stressed, you're feeling sad, you feel stuck, you've been sitting in an office every day for the last forever. You know, you miss the bulk of the day. You are feeling weary, withdrawn. You're trying anything. Get me back to center. I just want to feel something. I want to connect. You go out into the, the park, the trail, your backyard. You're walking. You're feeling, you're breathing. You hear the sounds. You're starting to get grounded. And there, in that moment, you look up. And maybe where you live, seeing a deer is not as novel. But there's something about, and let me just also say, not while you're driving. You don't want to see them while you're driving. I live out in the middle of nowhere, and oh boy, when you see one cross the road, you bet there's a few more coming. So you got to be careful. But yeah, you look up, you see it, and it's magnificent. It's magnificent. You have a moment. It is transcendent. It breaks you out of your routine, out of your cycle of thinking. You are there in that moment, face to face. And it is beloved. You are meeting this spiritual moment, this encounter with the divine, with love. And this is where you're going to break free. This is where it all begins. All right, let's do our lucky numbers. Lucky numbers. 44. 44. Almost, it was almost 88. It went to 18, but it was almost 88. So we'll go 18, 44, 18, and 67. 67. So I'm sorry if you were born in 67 or 67 is your lucky number. I don't know why, but it does not feel like a very lucky number. But for whatever reason, it is right now. So there you go. There you have it. Now, we also have the Wild Bohemian affirmation cards, and I'm just going to go ahead and Flip through, stop where it feels right. Ooh, I like that orange flower. And it says, number 11, I have come. Everything is complete. Everything is completely new under the sun. Everything is completely new under the sun. Everything is new under the sun. You see with a lover's eyes. Oh, this is it. This is like how the universe provides. The lover's eyes, that is the vibe of this reading. That's what it feels like. It feels like that moment in like middle, late summer when everything, it's like, it's the golden hour. It's getting close to dusk. Everything is so velvety. Where I live, it's really humid. And so on a summer night, it's like there's a mist. Everything looks velvety. All of the trees look like, oh, green and lush and beautiful and full and gorgeous and full of bugs and ticks. Ticks, so many ticks. Mosquitoes. So many mosquitoes. Anyways, beautiful. It's so gorgeous. Okay. It is. I mean, it's like living life with like Lee Hazelwood just singing the soundtrack, right? If you've never heard Lee Hazelwood, or maybe you have and you don't know, go look him up. Lee Hazelwood. Ooh, that man's voice. I will tell you what. Very much lover's eyes. So that's the feeling. I absolutely, if I could just label this reading, like hashtag it, I mean, I guess I can. It is lover's eyes. Yeah, that's where we're at, Leo. The lover's eyes. All right. We're going to do our dreamers, dreamers deck, and then we're out of here. And then we are out. Okay. Stop where it feels right. Here it goes. I know that every dream in my heart is waiting to bloom. I am ready to grow. Oh, yes, I am ready to grow. You are growing. Leo, I love you. Thank you for being here with me. If you would be so kind, it really helps the channel a lot, and I hate asking, but you know what? I have to. If you want to like, subscribe to the channel, or leave a comment, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me all about what you're reading. I am looking for other stuff to read. I'm in a Lispector mode right now. And, you know, poetry as always. But, yeah, I'm looking for, I don't know. I don't know what I want next. I don't know. But I'm open to all recommendations, all right? I love you. I love you. Please know. Truly, I love you. And please take care of yourself, okay? We will talk in just a few days. Good night, good night, good night.